Oh, it's always a beautiful day when the sun is out, and the sun's out every day, even if it's cloudy. So it's always a nice day to just be, to just feel what's important in life and why we're all here. Hello there, my name is Kennedy. I am a high raw vegan, and I am so excited to talk to you today about the topic of, but I healed on a carnivore diet, and I have a secret for you. I did too. So let's get into this video. And I really hope that this video sparks some thought and invites some discussion, because what it means to heal is a topic that I feel like is not discussed with as much nuance as it should be, given how complex the human body is, given the diversity in the lifestyles that we all have, in what we do every day, and really what's possible, because there's far more possible with our bodies and within this life than we know, than we are led to believe, than we have evidence for. And so, I want to talk about, firstly, what does it mean to heal, right? What does it mean for the body to heal? All healing is the body coming back to equilibrium, right? Unless there is some genetic difference at birth, we start off as perfectly healthy and whole human beings. And so what this means is that your blueprint at birth is what your cells, what your nervous system, what your body knows to go back to as the baseline of health. So when you heal, all that means is that any level of density, toxicity, and disharmony that your body has taken on, it's now time for your body to shed. And so when we talk about healing on different types of diets, what we're really talking about is elimination diets. And what are we eliminating? We're eliminating a lot of the toxic components in our environment. So what can this mean? Pesticides, traditional fragrances, laundry detergent, non-organic foods, polyester clothing, chemicals that are in our water supply, so many different things. So when we begin any sort of path towards healing, as soon as you take on any diet, be it carnivore, keto, paleo, vegan, high raw vegan, that right there, all of those components are factors that are not biologically harmonious with the human body. So as soon as you remove just that alone, the body is going to respond with, oh my gosh, it's time. Finally, we're done being poisoned. Finally, these toxins are leaving the terrain, leaving the environment. It's time to begin healing. And so healing starts. And this happened with me. I was animal-based for 2 years prior to my current journey. So about this time last year is when I started getting these seeds that were telling me, it's time to try something new, to stop eating meat. And that's when I embarked on this high raw vegan journey. But for those 2 years prior, I was on an animal-based diet. And what did this look like? This looked like your highest quality organic foods of all sorts. I was buying 100% raw milk from farms, the highest quality raw milks that you could get in the grocery store. I bought a quarter cow before. I got only all of my produce and veggies from the farmer's market, organic. I wouldn't get anything non-organic. I was getting your highest quality supplements, colostrum, what have you. I can't even, there's such a long list that now being in this lifestyle where I don't need to reach for all of those different items, and I understand, my body and what it truly needs. I can't even remember all of the things that I used to try to bring in to compensate for this diet that was, on one hand, not harmonious, and on the other hand, was lacking in what I actually needed. So just taking it a step back, why does the human body thrive on a myriad of diets? Because this body, this suit that I am currently in, that we're all inhabiting, that we're all living this beautiful experience of life with, is built to survive every day. and to thrive. And so every single thing, every single biological process and function that is happening within our body is optimizing for you to have a beating heart, to have lungs that work, to have legs that take you from place to place, right? That has a brain that functions. So when we begin any elimination diet, the body is taking that as a step up towards the highest level possible of health. Now, if we think about health in tiers, we can think about the lowest level being, the most amount of toxic accumulation a human body can handle before death, putting it plainly, before, it can't take any more. And so the standard American diet that is full of fast food, full of processed foods, full of GMO, substances that are honestly not really food, is going to have the heaviest level of density and toxic overload in their body. So if you're beginning from this place, which most of us are, or a lot of us are, it doesn't matter where you jump to. If you're going up, your body is going to have a level of healing without a doubt. So if someone is coming from the SAD diet and takes on paleo or takes on keto or takes on carnivore, well, all of a sudden you're not taking in as many pesticides, as many GMO foods, as many food-like substances that are not really food, and your body is going to trigger a process of getting rid of this old waste it was holding on to and allowing you to see some chronic issues really get better, and for a lot of people heal. And now when it comes to healing, as somebody that has healed her own chronic issues of sinus infections, chronic bloating, chronic constipation, skin issues, other things I'm sure I'm forgetting in this moment, I am not going to be the person to sit here and tell you, you did not heal your body in this way because X. I will never do that, because I know that that's not reality and that's not life. I'm in wonderment and awe of everything that our bodies can do. So I am very well aware and very confident in the fact that many people found a healing path in a way that was different than mine. So if we think of healing as the body getting rid of everything that doesn't belong inside, healing is different than thriving and than consuming an optimal diet. And, if we think of, again, this spectrum of if we heal every time we go a level up, if you're coming from the standard American diet and you go to a diet that just from a baseline removes pesticides and herbicides, take glyphosate, that is one of the most toxic things that can enter the human body. And glyphosate is sprayed on all of our non-organic fruits and vegetables, our crops. However, even if you're eating organic fruits and vegetables, somebody like me, glyphosate's still going to find its way into my system because it's in our water supply. Because you can't control if a conventional farm is next to an organic farm and the runoff of water full of glyphosate runs onto these vegetables. So, we can only control all of these contaminants in our environment that come within to a certain extent. And that is, having that awareness is actually very freeing, because we only can do what we can do, right? I'm not going to sit here and dwell on, oh, well, my diet's not perfectly 100% organic, so therefore I should just give up, or therefore I should just not do this. Imagine if the whole world thought that way. What would things look like? We have to do the best that we can do all the time, every day. And if that looks like bringing your diet up one level, that's amazing. Now take me, I was animal-based for 2 years, and I wasn't leisurely animal-based. I was animal-based through and through. Grass-fed, grass-finished, organic beef from the farmer's market. I bought a quarter cow once from a local farmer's market when I was living in Florida. My vegetables came from the farmer's market. I meticulously washed. I had an ozone cleaner that I would clean my fruits and vegetables in. I was so serious about this. So now I look back and think, I was also taking so many supplements. I was buying hundreds of dollars worth of supplements every month in order to feel thriving, but I was not thriving and I didn't feel like I was thriving. And so now looking back, I think if I had to include all of these things, I was making up for something. I'm here to tell you right now, my diet as a high raw vegan, I don't take any supplements. Now, when I say that, I am saying that I don't take anything that is lab made or that is not a fruit, vegetable, nut, seed, legume, herb, etc. So I do take organic superfoods. But these superfoods would be, for example, if you had some herbs growing right here, they'd harvest them, pick them up, they would lightly dehydrate them and put them in capsule and powder form. That is what I take. Those are superfoods. I don't take supplements. I don't take anything that is GMO. I don't take anything that's not a food. And I've never felt better, guys. My digestion is amazing. My strength is, I feel so strong every day. My energy levels are amazing. So as somebody that explored the animal-based diet for 2 years, it taught me so much, and it was the stepping stone into my whole healing journey and my awareness of health on a more conscious level. And when I talk about healing, when I began the animal-based diet and I started drinking raw milk, I healed some of my gut and some of my bloating in the sense of drinking only raw milk compared to conventional milk, milk that had a ton more hormones and fillers, etc., fast food, processed food. My body began a healing process. But what I didn't realize, it wasn't the raw milk. It was the lack of all of these toxic, terrible things that I was putting into my body. So when people say, I healed myself on a carnivore diet or a keto diet or even a raw vegan diet, what we're really saying is I removed a great amount of incompatible substances into my body and allowed my body a chance to move some of that waste through and out and clear a lot of chronic issues I was having. Now, continuing to talk about healing, something that is really important and interesting and cool to think about is that when our bodies heal, it looks really ugly at first and it's very uncomfortable. When I was in the midst of my 28-day juice fast, it was not pretty. I had rashes all across my neck. I had this super red, inflamed cheeks. I was excreting things that you probably don't want me to share. It was not pretty because all of this waste was just inside of my body waiting for a moment to get out. Because again, we cannot digest food every day, but also get rid of this old waste. The body chooses one, and it's gonna choose the thing that is going to keep you alive first. So what's more important than getting rid of this tumor that's been built up over 10 years and is now hardened and has now found a quiet little crevice in your body to hide is getting rid of this huge cheeseburger you just brought through your body. Instead of letting that sit on top of your body and sit in your digestive tract, its job is to get rid of it now, and then we'll get to that old thing later. So that's how our bodies work. And so when we think about healing, we expect it to be how it is when we go to the doctor's office, where we go, we let them know we have an issue, they prescribe something, we take it, and then our symptoms are placated. So we think we're healed. But notice I said placated, not actually cured. Those symptoms will come back. We're not used to having to sit with the discomfort of our actions, to sit with the discomfort of the years and decades that you put things into your body that don't belong, emotions that you haven't allowed yourself to process. This is a part of healing. You have to go through the storm before you see the rainbow, right? You've got to go through this heavy, deep trough in order to come out and feel this level of bliss and harmony in your body. That's just the natural order of things. That's nature. That's how it's going to work. And I think something really important to end off on is when it comes to what diets we choose and what is actually the optimal way of health for us is being healthy is more than just how you look. We all know this intuitively, right? But going a step further, because there are many people on non-vegan diets that look very strong and have very clear skin and have tons of energy and get up every day and are amazing and are healthy in that sense, and I see that, and that's amazing. But I would argue health goes further than just how much weight we can push, how strong we look, how slim we are. Health is, do you feel safe walking in the world? Do you blame other people or other groups of people for your shortcomings? Are you a generally emotionally stable person? Do you wake up every day with a smile on your face and enlivened by the simple things? Do you go on YouTube, on anywhere on the internet, and get really riled up by strangers you don't know and leave hateful comments? That is the true level and measure of health I strive towards. And something I noticed that was the biggest shift, second to the physical, for me being on this diet is I don't feel the need to compete with other people anymore. I don't harbor hate for others in my heart. I don't think small. I don't think in a scarcity mindset. I think with love. It makes me emotional how much I feel like I can hold inside for myself and the world and for the voices that I'm speaking for. Because this is not just about me or vanity or what I think is right. This is me genuinely trying to spread a message of if we all become the best versions of ourselves, we can help the people who really need our help. And that is what health is to me, is do you see the love in the world? Do you choose to believe in that and go towards that versus the hate? Because it is a choice, right? I could choose to wake up every day, sit on the couch, scroll, fight with people, focus on the wars going on, focus on all the terrible things. And there was a period I did that for 6 months. And you know what I realized? I'm not helping myself or the world or anybody else. There's no change that comes from that. There's no love, there's no uplifting. But me choosing to see, hey, the sun rose today. Hey, I have a chance to share something with someone, to spark a thought, to spark a new way of being in this world. I'm going to focus on that. And that's what true health is to me. And when you ingest and put things in your body that are sun-grown and that have the frequency of the highest light codes and of harmony and are colorful and smell amazing and juicy and full of water, hydrating because we are water beings, that is only going to uplift you. It's only going to bring your body up to a level of, wow, I can do anything. I can connect with anyone. It's a beautiful feeling that I want to share with other people. I want to extend to others, and I'm already sharing. I'm growing a beautiful community of people that are living this lifestyle I'm living and are also resonating and feeling what I'm feeling. They feel this innate love. They feel this connection. They feel this lack of competition, this lack of comparison, this understanding, this joy and this knowing that we can really change things if we have the right intentions and if we put the right energy towards it. So this video, it went a few different directions unexpectedly, and I hope that it made some sense and some part of it really stuck with you in the sense that we humans are so strong. We are so resilient. We can heal in the least suspecting of environments. There's no doubt. But healing doesn't mean you have the optimal diet. It doesn't mean you're thriving. And it doesn't mean that you're a happy human that extends love to every person that you see. So with that, thank you so much for joining me for another chat in nature. Thank you for opening your mind to what you could change in your own life, how you can affect the world, and every day striving towards putting more love and peace towards everything around you. Thank you so much. Please give me a comment below. Let me know what you thought. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. When it comes to healing, it's so funny being out in nature. I'm like, did I hear somebody whistle or did I hear a bird? Either way, I'm here. So, sorry. Nice hawk flying up there. Ooh, that sounded big.